Have you guys heard of Rosalia?
No.
Would you like a Spanish boyfriend?
I would love a Spanish boyfriend.
So Iberico ham is a I have Iberico grain-fed loin. Would you like to try some? A piece? And see if you like it?
I don't usually take food from strangers.
It's unopened.
Okay, sure.
Will you take that? I'll take the other half. You only want a little bit?
Yep.
Okay.
Cheers. Yeah, it's delicious.
Hola, soy Meg. Soy de Estados Unidos, pero he vivido en España unos 5 años. Uno de los objetivos que siempre he tenido con el canal es unir gente entre países. Hice una encuesta, pregunté cuáles aspectos de la cultura española te parecería interesante ver a un neoyorquino reaccionar. Es que tengo un amigo, Eric, que vive en Nueva York y tiene un canal en el cual sale por las calles y habla con la gente de Nueva York. Así que he pensado, bueno, eso sería muy buena oportunidad para unir gente con las preguntas de España y las respuestas de los neoyorquinos. Esta es la segunda parte de 2. En el vídeo anterior, Eric preguntó a estos neoyorquinos cosas básicas de España, estilo examen. Y había mucho interés en cómo es la vida ahí, en esta ciudad tan grande. Así que Eric también va a preguntar a esta gente sobre su vida en Nueva York y si están contentos. En este canal hablo sobre las cosas triviales, pero significativas, que nos unen entre fronteras. Si quieres ver más vídeos míos sugeridos por YouTube, suscríbete al canal. Vamos a ver.
Have you guys heard of Enrique Iglesias? Do you know who Enrique
Yeah.
Iglesias is? Do you know who Julio Iglesias is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, who's Julio Iglesias?
His dad.
that's his dad. So I've been to his very last concert.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
his song? Bésame mucho.
Bésame mucho. Yeah.
We're
We're married.
Do you know who Enrique Iglesias is?
Yes. He's a musician, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And do you know who Julio Iglesias is?
No, I don't.
That's his father.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me show you some of Julio's
Yeah.
music.
Oh my gosh, he looks so much like him. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So nice.
You know who Julio Iglesias is?
His father.
Well done. How did you know that?
Did you get a sneak peek at his phone?
No, I did not. In like a
Just-
Spanish class in high school, we did, I don't know, talked about him for 1 minute probably.
Wow. You remember this obscure fact
Yeah.
from a minute in Spanish in high school.
Because we were talking about Enrique, and then my Spanish teacher was saying, oh, but none of you know his father.
Yeah.
So.
He hablado sobre Enrique Iglesias en otro vídeo. Es que como una niña de unos 12 años flipaba por Enrique Iglesias. De hecho, en mi generación yo creo que la mayoría de la gente, igual que lo que hemos visto aquí, pues no sabe quién es Julio Iglesias, pero van a saber quién es Enrique. Mientras que en España parece que Enrique es famoso por su padre. Es muy curioso cómo el marketing cambia todo.
Do you guys know an artist called Rosalia?
No.
Have you guys heard of Rosalia?
No.
Eso también me parece bastante curioso, porque recuerdo haber visto comentarios sobre como que Rosalía es tan famosa y todo el mundo seguro que sabe de Rosalía, y es que por lo que yo he visto y por lo que vemos aquí, Rosalía no es muy conocida en Estados Unidos, seguro que en otros países sí, y Enrique Iglesias es bastante más famoso.
Are you guys happy living in New York City? What is it like trying to avoid dog poop and
Okay.
rats run across the street?
So, rule number 1 as a New Yorker, if you see me looking downward, it's not a sign of low self-esteem. It's to avoid the landmines.
It's kind of gross. It can be so inconvenient and so disgusting sometimes, like with the dog poop or something like that. And it can really be tough. It's a really tough city to live in.
Or random people just stopping you in the street,
Or random
bothering
people
you for an interview.
decide they want me to be on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, you're like, fine, okay.
Exactly.
Well, I guess, what do you like about living in New York City?
So, what I like about New York, I think whatever you're looking for in the world, you'll find it here. I challenge anybody, you name it. Some strange country, food, you'll probably find it. It'll be maybe one little restaurant somewhere, and you might have to go outside of Manhattan for it, but I like that.
What makes it worth it to live in the city?
Oh my gosh, I think so many reasons. I mean, the energy, the charm, I love the people here. Everybody can be whomever they want to be, and I feel like New Yorkers are much nicer than they get credit for.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Try new restaurants, go to new bars, all of that. I love a good, just like great meal with friends, being able to just sit and talk.
Bueno, hablan de su vida en Nueva York, pero creo que hablan de cosas universales que cada uno de nosotros podría decir también.
Not anybody can live here. Not just anybody can live here. It hardens you up. Imagine, you're just tossed in the center of the universe when you move here.
So you think New York's the center of the universe?
Feels that way sometimes. I like the iconicness of New York. People come from all over the world to see just our neighborhood,
The diversity of the cultures that are all together. It's like the whole world lives in one city.
You don't need a car. You can get anywhere by public transportation, which is amazing.
But the smells, the noise, the traffic.
I mean, it's part of the city life. People come for that old city charm.
Are you happy?
Yes, for the most part. Generally, I'd say day to day, when I really think about it, I'm very lucky. I have a great apartment that I live in.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my job for the most part.
Right. So if you could wake up tomorrow and a couple things were improved, what would they be?
I would like to not be single. Dating here is also hard. It's kind of awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like that. And I'd like a little more respect in my job. And I would like to not quite take over as much of my life as it does.
Am I happy?
Yes.
Somewhat. In the middle.
Why?
I'm content, I guess.
Yes. Why?
Well, I have a job, healthy. Thankful my family's healthy.
What could be better?
Just quality of life, just more space, I guess. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So what would you say makes dating in the city difficult?
I think there are a lot of options for men. I'm sure women are like this too, so I can't totally generalize. But I feel like the dating apps are awful. The ghosting situation is out of control. I think everyone just feels like they have so many options. They're like, oh, well, I don't care if I told this girl that I'm going to meet her tonight. Oh well, I don't care. I'm not gonna follow through.
No esperaba hablar sobre este tema en este vídeo, pero me duele mucho escuchar esto. Habrá algo allí con el miedo de ser sincero, pero nos debería dar más miedo no decir nada que ser sinceros, porque parece que duele más que no nos digan nada, ¿no?
So like in Spain, or like Europe in general, I think they meet people usually through friends of friends. There isn't really like this kind of dating thing where you go on a first, second, third date. It's more like you're in a group of friends and then you slowly get to know someone over time.
Nice. Yeah, that's nice. I would be all about that.
Yeah. How come that doesn't happen?
That here.
Why not?
I don't know.
¿Qué te parece lo que ha dicho Eric sobre el tema de ligar en Europa y en España específicamente? ¿Es más común conocer a alguien por las apps del móvil o en persona mediante los amigos? No sé si hay tanta diferencia entre Nueva York y las grandes ciudades de España.
Time is ticking, and then like your parents are constantly asking, your aunts, your grandmas constantly asking you about it. Sorry, I'm just projecting.
The good thing is my parents are not like that. Thank goodness. They're also just like, oh my God, we don't understand why you're single either. It's really upsetting. My aunt, of course, is always like, so have you met anyone? My uncle, especially, will be like, so any updates? Any updates? I'm like, you mean about my love life?
Yeah,
he's like,
are you
yeah.
Trying? Like,
yes. Oh yeah.
Doing anything?
He always wants to know, and he's like, well. Yeah. And then he sounds so sad when I tell him I don't have any updates. He's like, oh man.
If you could say anything to 47 million people living in Spain, what would you tell them?
I would say, come and visit New York if you can. If not, support your local businesses. Be kind to all the people you know, and be grateful you wake up every day.
Support your local businesses.
Yeah, it's always good to support local businesses.
Yes.
Consejos universales.
There's good and bad in every city, and you'll find a lot of good right here.
Could they come stay if they visit at your place?
Not all 47 million, but yeah.
Bueno, sabes que tienes sitio en Nueva York. No todos.
Just be happy. Find happiness wherever you are.
You gotta be happier, man.
I know.
Come visit.
Come visit. And we'll come visit you.
Yeah.
Os van a visitar las hermanas. ¿Qué tal os parece?
You'll find your Spanish boyfriend.
Yeah.
Would you like a Spanish boyfriend?
I would love a Spanish boyfriend.
Don't
Someone who's family oriented. Someone who is altruistic. Someone who's athletic.
A Spanish soccer player in a small city in Spain.
Yeah, totally. I like him. Where is he?
Yeah. No, we'll drop,
Is this when he comes out?
drop a comment. Hit that subscribe.
Drop a comment.
Do you know any Spanish? Because you took Spanish in high school, you said.
Un poco, un pequeño.
Could you say something a little bit to the Spanish hunk playing soccer?
Hola, me llamo Jane. Soy de Connecticut. Yo tengo una hermana. Yeah. That's all I got, buddy. You're gonna teach me the rest.
Yeah.
Bueno, ahí tienes su Instagram si estás interesado en una novia neoyorquina. Mírame, ayudando a ligar entre fronteras.
Me gusta.
Me gusta.
Me encanta.
Gracias.
De nada.
Okay,
Cool.
that's it.
All right.
Thank
Nailed
you.
it.
Pues ya está. A mí me ha encantado conocer a esta gente de Nueva York. Me parece que han sido súper abiertos. Y quería terminar esta segunda parte hablando un poco con Eric, para que nos contase qué tal le pareció esa experiencia hablando con neoyorquinos sobre España. Así que venga, le llamamos.
How do you just get people to open up to you when you don't know these people, right? I mean, you're just like, and how do you get them to stop? That's the really interesting part.
If they look like they're in a rush, if they're looking at their phone, I usually don't try. Usually people who are like looking around the street, who seem very present when they walk, I'm like, that's a good one. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
And then, if they say yes to being on camera, they're probably self-selecting themselves into people who are more open and more willing to talk. But I think part of it, though, is also just most people don't get an opportunity unless they have a therapist to have someone who is there willing to just listen to them. And I think that's the biggest thing is they could tell that I'm genuinely curious about their answers because I am. I'm just curious about people, and then that I'm listening. I'm really listening.
So the last thing I wondered if maybe we could talk about or try is, are you up for trying your porrón?
Yes. I have to.
You may want to change shirts so you don't spill all over yourself.
Yes. Let me go grab it.
Are you sure you don't want a bib? That's a nice sweater.
It's fine. All right, fine. You know what? I'm just
You
gonna.
may be better at this than I was.
Just gonna not.
Are you going to be shirtless? Oh my gosh! Now we're. Oh, okay.
It's getting rated R. PG-13 in here. Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay. You're doing so well. Why are you so much better at this than I was? Did you actually? Wow, you can't talk right now.
Because I was in a fraternity. That might be why. Wow, that's really delicious. So, what is the
That was actually your first time trying it, and you just did it that well. I'm shook.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw you do it, and so I learned like what not to do. All right, well, thanks for signing me on for this project.
Thank you. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Roll.
Adios.
Esto de hablar con desconocidos por las calles de Nueva York no es nada nuevo para Eric. Tiene un canal dedicado a ello, con vídeos en inglés, así que si estás interesado en más vídeos suyos, echa un vistazo a su canal y suscríbete. Espero que te haya gustado este vídeo, que haya servido para romper estereotipos sobre españoles y estadounidenses, porque no creo que seamos tan diferentes. Si te ha gustado, por favor, déjanos el pulgar hacia arriba, que ayuda mucho con el crecimiento del canal, y nos vemos en el siguiente. ¡Hasta luego!